Hey everyone, Glimpse here. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be going over the fair event. There's also been an update or two since I've done a video, so we're going to be going over all that. And Halloween's coming up right around the corner, so let's get into it. For this event, you can get Jester coins one of two ways. You can kill mobs or boss to have them drop, or you can do professions. Any profession counts. There is one quick way to do it, and we'll go over that here in a minute. But we're going to go over the loot selector too while we're here. So that is a new feature that came out just recently, and this is before pets, because pets are going to auto loot for you. And I believe this is just something if you don't have a pet, or something just to kind of fill in before they release pets. But anyways, you can spacebar to bring up this menu when you're standing on a pile. You can press space again to pick up all the loot, or you can arrow down and press spacebar to select something in particular, like the Fang here, for instance, will only pick that up. So that is nice if you want to pick up something or pick up a whole pile really quickly. It's a lot faster now than having to hold spacebar, or you can be very selective with it. Helps if you've got a lot of something and you don't really want any more of that. Let's say later on you have because the stack limit's 2,000. If you have something in particular to get, then let's say I don't want any of this. I just want the skulls maybe, or the daisy. Let's say. And let's leave everything else there. So really nice. I like that a lot. I like these kind of updates over anything big, like the event. Just little stuff like that they've been working on recently, and I think Dino has really been putting in a lot of work to do that. So kudos to him. We're going to go right into some of the new stuff for the cash shop. Destroyer did some awesome work yet again. The burning items, I bought the burning daggers because they look awesome with this outfit. And of course this outfit is for the Patrons only, and that is in the Patreon shop. So my little outfit for Halloween, I've had this one for a while. I just normally don't wear anything besides the one that you see on video, so decided to be a little fun with it. And I think I'm just going to keep the fire daggers around. So I also put the fire arrow skin on it, and then if it hits an enemy, it does that. So pretty sick all around. Okay, for me, this is the easiest way to get coins, is just to fish this little spot here. If you open up your map, it's right above Essia, so you have to kind of do a little hop and skip here to get to the cemetery. But once you're there, find the fishing fly. It's the only fishing spot on this entire map. And as you can see, it's really fast to fish them. And you won't get a coin every time, but you fish enough to where it gets, you can get probably about 100. You got 100 about half an hour, maybe an hour. It's probably less than that. If you just sit here and literally fish like all day, you can get up to like 2K. So if you can handle the monotony of just doing this, it's one of the fastest ways, in my opinion. This is Pat Zito found this originally and told me about it, and I told pretty much everybody else that I knew how to get these coins quickly. So as you can see, a couple Jester coins in a row. You also get EXP, and if you have some of the fishing perks like skull bonus I've added, you can just get skulls every time too. So pretty easy just for pressing a couple buttons. Okay, so once you have your coins, you can trade them in for tickets, and that's the way that you get the tickets for the shop. It's a little bit different this time than some of the other events, so I would value the coins a lot less than the tickets when I do the trade for items and stuff like that. The most consistent way is to do the duck fishing right here, at least for me, unless you're really good at doing the maze right here, the devil's maze. I think it's 30 for 50 is a conversion right here. But for the duck race, or not duck race, the duck fishing, I think it's 10 to start with, and you convert it to about either 15 or 16 on average if you have a pretty good run. And I'll show you how to actually get an advantage in this game, because you need to kind of move fast here. So you need to use the golden elixir to move faster. That way you don't have to get on the mount and get off the mount. And one thing about this game, you can only use the regular fishing rod. You can, however, use any of the bonus items if you happen to have them. These aren't that common. Only 2 of them are in the mastery shop. When you hit max level, there's a forge that you can actually forge these 2. But for the earrings and the belt, they're not there yet. But anyways, the only fishing rod you can use is the most basic one. So once you have that, you can just hotkey the golden elixir, which is what I do. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to start. So you'll notice a timer up top. And each of these ducks have a certain value. That one's 20. You want the green ones the most. I believe they're 50. Let's see here. So try not to miss those. Yeah, they're 50. With all fishing, the target's off to more of the left side. I don't know why that is. But as you can notice here, I'm pretty far off to the left, and I'm still getting registered. So just kind of make sure you're more on the left when you're doing any kind of fishing, especially here. And yeah, so not too bad. Just make sure you're also, see my speed ran out. So make sure you're paying attention to that. And you can get some pretty high points here. Even if you don't have some of the fishing bonus equipment, with enough practice, you can actually get these consistently. And you get fishing experience on top of that at the very end, depending on what your score was. I think the max you can get is 48, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but anyways, then you get about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that. This is basically what I'm going to do for pretty much most of the event. I'm going to get some of the other achievements if I can, and then we'll come back here and just pretty much fish the entire time, because I like getting on the ranking, and yeah. So almost done here. We got quite a few greens this time. I think we're going to get a pretty good score. I don't think we actually missed one. Missing the 50s can be rough, and if you're in the middle of one and you don't catch it before the timer runs out, it will not count. Alright, so we got 480 game points, not bad. So 48 EXP, as you can see there. You go to your combat, we got 16 fair tickets for 10 coins. So like I said, about 15 to 16 is the average. With round perfect play, you can get 17 to 18 coins, and some pretty good luck on the duck here. And normally you can't see this without the fishing hat, so that's what I'm showing right here. You see the gladiator and the slimy duck are more rare than the other two. Normal ducks were 10, and then the explorer ducks were 20, I believe. Gladiator 40, and slimy duck 50. Something like that. The gladiator could be 30 as well. I wasn't really half paying attention to what I was doing these. But yeah, that's the indoor ducky fishing. We're going to move right along to the maze and see if I can actually do it. Again, this is the fast. If you can get this maze down, you can get 20 coins each time you go through. So essentially what this is if you get hit by one of these, you got to start all the way back, as you can see that magnet. So you have to get through the whole maze without getting hit by one of these. So it takes a lot of patience and a lot of timing about what you're going to do. And especially if your ping is not quite great. Like mine kind of fluctuates most of the time, so I can get hit pretty easily. But anyways, if you can get through to the end, you will get 50 points. And if you want to see how to do this better, just go to Patzito's channel. He has a full video on him doing it. He's probably the best at it right now. So let's go back out here. Yeah, we'll just sacrifice 30 coins. So I'm not going to waste my time with that. But right down to the target practice. This one's pretty fun. The only thing is you need to buy these from the shop up here, the event shop. They're not very much. I think like maybe one ticket or something like that. So anyways, we're going to hotkey this one. And obviously the back targets are the ones you want to hit. They're worth the most points. And you have to have your regular weapon on you in order to do this. So everybody has a ranged attack. Basically what you're going to do is use these instead. And you see there's a little cooldown. So talk to the NPC here once you have your daggers. And we're going to try to hit the back ones if we can. If you hit the other ones, it's fine, especially the middle one, but I always try to aim for the back one if I can. If the timer's running down, then I will try to go for like the front one, for instance. But it's mostly just getting timing down. Pazzito's also really good at this one too. I think he has a high score currently. The only one I think I beat him in is the fishing one by like 10 points. Got pretty lucky. But yeah, it's pretty fun. I actually like this one. Once you get the timing down, it's kind of mesmerizing. See what we got here. It's 395 game points. This one's not too bad if you can consistently get it, but as far as I'm aware, it's not as good as the other ones. You need a lot of the back row hits and luck timing to get that one down. There's an achievement for it too. I think it's like 30,000 points, so it just adds you up your total points. Like I got 395 here. So doing that 10 times would get me 3,000 or around 4,000, because that was almost 400, and 100 times would get you around that bonus. So. Or for the achievement. Alright, anyways, you can get achievement right here too by taking a screenshot. We already did that. Just take a screenshot of this. Pretty funny. I love that they added that in. This one's test of strength. You just hit the space bar as fast as you can and try to get to the very top within the time limit. So it's always give you 200. To always give you the same thing if you do it. So it's 15 and 10. So you lose it every time, but or not lose it, but you get less tickets than what you put coins in for. And then this one is purely random. It's just a coin flip. Or no, this is the ticket one. The coin flip one I'll show you next. But click to stop the one. You kind of want to click it around there. 15 tickets if you can. So this one's kind of consistent too if you can get it. But again, it's not always the best kind of. See, like it'll go over a little bit. So you kind of want to click beforehand. I haven't messed with this one too much, so but 10 to 15. That seems like it's pretty fast. So we actually might do that one instead of the fishing, just to get tickets for our prizes. And there is a coin flip one. I think it's maybe I skip Bongo here. I think he's a coin flipper. Yep. So literally just flip coin. And that's it. So if you don't win it, you wasted 5. But that's also an achievement here. So there's quite a bit if you go to the very end. Let's go over that quick. Okay, so then you got Ducky Fishing. Again, it adds up all your total score, 30k. Same with Target Practice. Strength Test, I believe, is 100. Devil Challenge is 50. Gold is or for the festival ticket, it's 3,000. You should get 3,000 in your inventory, and you'll get the achievement. Fair, you just log on while the event is going on. This is 50, could be 200. I know one of these is 2. I think this is the 100 one, the spinner wheel. And then this is the 200 coin toss, I believe. So you're going to lose quite a bit here, but if you want the achievement, that's what it is. Break the target, you have to get at least 500 points once in this target practice. Not as easy as it sounds. Photo Opportunity, already went over that one. And then Gumbo Chamber is from the event shop. If you just get the mount from there and equip it, I believe. I think you have to equip it in order to get the actual achievement. But so if you visit Jimbo in Essia City, you can get to the event shop. Just click shop there. The first two, these aren't worth it in my opinion. They're like the Valentine's Day event, but this one you actually have to buy them instead of the monsters dropping them. So percent healage on the HP and MP, so yeah, just kind of skip those. This is for the target throwing game. It's better than I thought originally. 1 coin for 20 of them. And like always, we have a pin for every event that costs around 100 of whatever the currency is. And this has been a trend too. The stalkers have been getting event cards almost every event. This is level 21 for 200 tickets. And then we're going to go on to 3 of the best equipment they've made in a while. So we haven't seen new earrings in a long time. These are the fighter ones. They're really good for the critical damage. If they were just AGI, they wouldn't be as good. Same thing with the blue ones here. The electricity damage puts them over a little bit. I wouldn't wear these all the time, but if I was a mage, I'd add this to my arsenal and just kind of switch them in and out. If you use the electricity damage from mobs, this will probably be a really good spell when you're hunting in a group, or just if you're soloing mobs by yourself. So probably not too good on bosses, I would say. Now this is the best fishing rod over the space rod, space rod was the best one before this one. So 3,000 ticket. I think these are all okay. These are 2,000. So the next 2 are 3,000. The fishing rod and the mount here. But yeah, so awesome new fishing rod. And then we have the Gumbo mount. So you notice it's a green one. Looks like a Master Gumby, I believe is the name. It's been so long. Yeah, Master Gumby. So pretty sweet. We have a blue, a pink, and a gold one. So now this is the original green color. And then we have strawberries. Now the first 2 you've probably seen before, but the next 2 you might not have seen. So this was from an older event, but they put them back into this shop. These are insane for 100 fair ticket. Critical damage plus 200 is just insane for any kind of boss hit. But most of the time, you're not going to use these for bosses. You're going to use them for the dojo. So mages are kind of lacking in the dojo until they do some kind of rework or something. But I'm sure that part of Sonya Fire's run when she got top 10 had to use these. This is probably the most damage you're going to get out of the game for a mage. And then these are the new ones. So these are poisonous ones for Stalker. They add 60 poison damage. I'm not too sure how well I'm going to like these or how useful they're going to be, because you need an enemy to walk around with poison in order for the poison to affect them. So maybe just walking like up and down while I'm fighting a boss or a couple, I don't know. We'll have to see how we can work these in. And then this is a weird addition, but these are steam gears. They're arrows from the really old Steam event back in 2020, so I have no idea. But they're cool anyways. And then this is if you had event coins from a while back before this event started, you can actually trade them in for Jester coins. I'm not sure what the event coins are going to be for. I had around 2,000 of them or something like that, and I just wanted the Jester coins right away. So could have been a bad idea to trade them in, but whatever. We originally were told they were going to be used for this event anyways, I thought, but maybe there was a miscommunication there. Okay, so I just want to touch a little bit on the event items in general. I've done this before in my previous videos, I talked about it, but I don't think that any of the event items should be best in slot. It seems like it's a trend that's been going on. I don't understand it. I think everything should be cosmetic, in my opinion, or like useful, like these items down here, not actual equipment. I mean, you could make the same kind of argument for these too. Some of these are like the best arrow projectiles you're going to get. I can't remember what the exact best one is. I think it was from the Valentine's Day event. But it just seems like a trend that keeps happening. It was being worked on a little bit. There was some other stuff being thrown in the game that was similar to the best in slot stuff, so it worked out for a while, but I just don't like this trend at all. For example, if you go to Terrion City, we'll just do the level 60 for example, because me and Doubtful talked about this the other day. You go in here, go to Forge, and you go to level 60. You'll notice that the only shield that's available here is for the knight. There's no mage shield for level 60, so it's like oversight like that. You had nothing to look forward to except for like the weapon and some of the armor, but a new shield would be great, because at this point, if you don't have the event shields from Christmas, or I believe it was the Olympics, you're stuck with the level 45 shield, and it feels bad. So there's not a whole lot to look forward to for the shield wise there. It looks pretty lame when you're level 60 carrying a level 40 thing, etc. It definitely dissuades new players from wanting to get the best in slot gear, because how do you, unless a veteran is willing to part with it. Alright everybody, that's it for me on this video. If you really like this, please give me a like, please give me a sub, maybe comment something. It could be anything, it could be just answer or comment. I'd really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.